Hey, Echo Means Business fans. I'm Julio from the Lawn Care Business Success Podcast, and this is my review of the ECHO PB9010T backpack blower that you see behind me. So let's get into it. Started first, a quick disclaimer here that Echo did send this unit out for me to use and to create some content and share my thoughts on. With that being said, they have no input in what I'm going to say about the unit, and in this video I'm going to share what I like about it and what I don't like about this particular unit. Now, just for comparison's sake, you'll see beside it I have my ECHO PB770T backpack blower. This is my go-to backpack blower that I use in my lawn care business until I got this PB9010T to try out this year. So I got a full 3 months of use on this unit to be able to share my thoughts with the positives of the ECHO PB9010T, and it basically comes down to one thing, and that is the sheer amount of power that this unit puts out. If you need a backpack blower to do wet leaves, to do stacks of leaves, if you've got properties that are just absolutely covered in leaves, then this is the unit that you want. I don't think there's another backpack blower on the market that can match the power that this unit puts out. So let's talk about some of the negatives or things that I don't quite like about the PB9010T. And the first one is with that large 79.9cc engine, you get a lot of noise. This unit is very, very loud. Whereas the PB770T, of course, has a smaller motor, but it's more of a mellow type tone. The PB9010T is just a very, very noisy unit. The other thing with this particular unit as well is unlike the previous PB8010 that had the full carbon fiber fan housing, this unit has gone back to their plastic type material, and that has added 2 pounds to the unit versus the 8010 version of last year. So this unit is very, very heavy, and it can really weigh in on you when you're having to lift it and take it off, throughout the day countless times. It really starts to you start to really feel that weight over the course of the day. By the time you get to the end of the day, that extra couple of pounds really can take a toll on your body when using this particular machine. So the other thing I will say about this unit is that the tube here continues to be very, very stiff. You can see it sort of pulling out of the housing there as I try to bend it. Now, in my trailer, I have to bend this quite abruptly or tightly to get it to fit inside my trailer's enclosed area. And so you see that it starts to kind of pull out there because of how stiff this particular tube is. The other thing is the tube is quite long, and that makes it kind of unwieldy to use, especially if you're in very tight conditions. If you have to get behind bushes, if you're between a house and some bushes, then the unit is very difficult to handle because of how long the tube is and just how stiff the tube is to be able to maneuver. The other thing that I sort of dislike about this unit is the way they have the shoulder straps, and it's just because of the weight, again, of the machine. So they have an adjustment here that you can pull tight, and I usually have to have that pulled all the way. I've left it to show you there that just over time, every time I put the unit on with the weight of the machine, it just starts to pull away, and this strap starts to come loose again, which causes the shoulder straps to start to fall off the sides of my shoulders, and I'm constantly having to pull it up and adjust it every time I've got this unit on my back. Little things to point out with this particular unit is that you'll notice here on this unit here, the orange sort of plastic here, it's very, very flexible feeling. It's very, very bendy versus, say, the 770, which is a much harder type plastic that I would be used to. The other thing that I'm unsure of at the moment is just how exposed this area is. The carburetor area, the air intake here, the fuel lines, there's a wire down here that are exposed. Now, you contrast that with the PB770 that is completely encased in a cover and you can't get to any of that stuff. I have to say that I prefer that design better than having this exposed. I just worry about being in those close quarters if you're having to go, in areas around shrubs and bushes and stuff, or around trees that might have branches and stuff that, get in here and maybe, get caught up on those fuel lines or wires and stuff. So the other nice thing about the PB9010 is the large capacity fuel tank. You can see it compared to the 770 there. It looks like it's maybe a third of the size larger than the 770's gas tank. That fuel tank is absolutely needed for this machine with a 79.9 cc engine. The other thing about this unit that comes along with all of that power and that engine size is that it's very thirsty as well. So there you have it, Echo Means Business fans. That is my review of the ECHO PB9010T. And despite, what might seem like a long list of things that were negative or that I didn't quite like about the unit, it all comes down to the sheer amount of power and volume it puts out is what makes this unit worth having. So for me, my case use scenario for this unit will be strictly to use it during those fall leaf cleanups and basically just bringing it out in October and November for just strictly doing those leaf cleanups during the nastiest part of the year here in the Pacific Northwest when it's constantly raining and those leaves are coming down. The rest of the year, the PB770 that I have has a more than enough power for your basic cleanups. And for my weekly maintenance of lawn maintenance on all of my clients, I use the PB2520 handheld blower for just blowing grass clippings and that sort of stuff off of my client properties on a weekly basis. So this unit, with all of that power, a fantastic unit to add and to have in your arsenal for strictly doing those extreme leaf cleanup type jobs.